SuperFluous Media presents Meet Your Heroes, a SuperFluous News podcast. Episode 8, Cyrano. Hello again, everybody. This is Dallas Darling bringing you another episode of Meet Your Heroes with my darling co-host, Whitaker Witheredspoon.
You smell like coffee beans today. I like it.
It's because of this delicious cup of joe you brought me before the show. Thank you so much.
It's from a gas station. I also ate sushi there.
The best kind. Hopefully that sushi agrees with you. And we are joined by our latest guest. Say hello to Cyrano, was it?
That's me.
Hello, Cyrano.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Nice to have you on the show, Cyrano. I love your outfit, by the way. Really advanced or like techie. Kind of gives me a sort of steampunk vibe.
Thank you.
Is there fish in the future?
I don't come from the future.
Oh, sorry. I
Weatherman.
misread that situation.
He's a very current hero
Get it? Current like water?
because of fish.
Yeah.
We're going to get along just fine.
This is going to be one of those. So, Cyrano, we met in Spain.
Yep.
When you saved my life from that incident in Sevilla on my vacation.
Were you the guy with the Toyota?
No, I was the guy. I was getting a ride in Toyota thanks to BlaBlaCar, and then it got picked up by that mutant, and thankfully I managed to get out of the Toyota just in time.
The hell are you guys talking about? You've been to Spain without me? Dude, I told them the next time you go to the Iberian Peninsula, I want in. I'm not legally allowed in Porto anymore, but that's not the point.
I needed a vacation, Whitaker.
It's from me.
I'm not gonna deny that. It's fine. So Cyrano, our guest, you are from Spain, yes?
Yes.
That is your area.
Sí, señor.
Okay. And vale. And what can you do?
Well, I'm still getting acquainted with that since this whole superhero thing's pretty new to me.
Okay.
You know, I've always been more of like a vigilante, no powers, just, made my own things.
So you used to be a superhero before getting your powers?
Yeah.
Okay. So so you've been in the game for a bit.
For longer than people think. Yes. I started getting some more recognition after they're like, who's that guy that's half dead and smells bad?
Half dead and smells bad?
Yeah, that's sort of what my powers are like.
In fact, I didn't want to comment. It is a bit, it's not too bad, but it kind of smells like, well, since it's out in the open, it kind of smells a bit like steak or meat that has been left out of the fridge for a couple of days.
Let it rip. Yeah.
I don't think I want to let it rip. I make it worse.
I had breakfast today, so you guys are lucky. But basically, that's my deal. My body is decomposing. And after a couple of Google searches, I've seen that it sort of represents the stages of decomposition. So right now, what I can do is I can harden my body in a frozen pose.
Okay.
And I can become indestructible for a limited amount of time. And I call it rigor mortis.
Okay.
That's the one I'm most comfortable with. But when I don't eat, my body decomposes faster and I'm able to do some new things that I don't fully control yet. And of course, I also smell worse because I am rotting.
Okay. Wait, are you alive?
Let's not get into philosophy. I'm figuring that myself, okay? I'm trying to be a cheerful, go-lucky guy.
Wait. Okay, not philosophically, but like, are you undead?
Sort of. I went for a trip to the catacombs in Paris. Bit more than I could chew, got shot in the head, and then I just came back.
You got shot in the head? What happened? Who shot you?
Was it by a FAMAS NATO infantry 5.56 by 45 millimeter round?
I didn't really ask.
Okay.
I was a little preoccupied.
Okay.
But, I'm still figuring that out. I was following this evil band of ruffians.
Ruffians?
Yes.
What were they doing?
Rascals.
Were they like raiding the catacombs and stealing artifacts or something?
Yeah, something like that. They were doing some weird occult shit that I don't really understand. I gotta look up a lot of things. I gotta read a lot of books.
Occultists.
Necrophilia, perhaps.
Maybe.
Or necromancers.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
They look like the type, Whitaker.
Philias or mancers?
Philias. They look like Philias.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So you were, what do you call it? So you were on a lead, on a tracing a lead, but into France. So it's a bit outside your area.
Yeah, you know, I mean.
Where did they also like raid like the Sagrada Familia or something?
Yeah, I started seeing them in Spain and then followed them a bit through Europe. And eventually it seemed like their main goal was the catacombs, something related to the dead, maybe the Black Death.
How does a dead man fight dead people?
I think they were alive.
Yeah, they were pretty alive. They were pretty living to me.
But they shot you.
Yep.
And they got away, I presume. But when you woke up, you had these powers?
I woke up. I know that, I felt mostly fine, a little worn out. My armor had changed. It used to be more blue. Now it's red and it's got more like skull themes. I guess the dead have like a sense of style.
Oh, they changed that.
Yeah, when I woke up, it was different. Like my torn suit was fixed and they had like this sort of weird armor.
When you saw the necromancers dead on the ground next to you, were they wearing pale blue robes tied together by a rope? And then if you pressed the E button while you were sitting next to them, could you see in their inventory that they had a spell tome book that if you then pressed E again on, it would make a weird sound effect and you would then know the spell?
Did you kill the necromancers too?
No.
Oh, you didn't answer my question.
So you didn't see the dead bodies?
That's the thing. When I woke up, no one was there. I assumed some time had passed and they had left.
So there was no one's inventory to check?
Yeah, there was no loot. I'm sorry to report.
The developers suck.
Do you have any theories as to how you got your powers then?
I'm looking into it. I'm still, sometimes I get feelings and sensations from the
me
beyond.
too, man.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
I get feelings and sensations from the beyond.
Feelings and sensations are part of the human experience. Could it be because you were killed, allegedly? Well, no, not killed, but like, I'm going to say killed for lack of a better word. Could it be because you died in that location? Something happened?
That's what I think. That's what I'm grasping.
Right place,
right now.
right time.
Do you all of a sudden like croissants?
No, thank God. No, fuck the French.
All right, good.
You know they're not our friends.
But the French ghosts gave you your necromantic powers.
I'm trying to get over that. I'm trying to make peace with them. I'm hoping some of them weren't French. But yeah, at the moment, I'm, just trying to be a hero and getting my life in order is enough. I'm already like struggling to figure out whether I'm alive or dead and how that's going to affect my personal life.
I have to admit something to you, and please don't be mad.
Oh, anything.
I was learning French on Duolingo on the way here.
Not Spanish?
No.
You chose the wrong team.
I was doing Spanish yesterday.
Good. Así me gusta.
That's it.
That's all you had to say with it?
There was nothing useful.
There was nothing useful to say.
I wasted my time. I might as well learn Navajo. Why would I learn French?
You might as well learn Esperanto.
Dude. How do you feel about that?
About the French?
Should we all learn Esperanto?
I'm not informed enough on the language. You should do whatever makes you happy as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else.
Those sound like words to live by or unlive by in your case.
Very funny, Dallas.
Dead funny.
What do your enemies sound like when they're dead but running at you? Is it mostly like a zombie movie sound effect where it's like ah, or is it more like something slightly erotic like while they're trying to kill you?
Do you have an undead rogues or gallery or like allies or
what's your level design like?
Dallas, does he think that because I'm undead, everyone around me is also undead? Is he segregating the living? I
don't think they're just because, not all undead people know each other.
What?
I know it's shocking, but
what about the universal great beyond? Did Charlie Brown lie to me about the great pumpkin?
I think that answering that question is beyond me.
Dude, okay. All right. I'm sorry to sidetrack us here, but when I lived in Canada, I would have A&W all the time, right? Now, A&W is a root beer brand in the United States, right? But here, in Canada, not here, which is definitely Berlin, Germany.
It is Berlin.
Not an isolated igloo in Antarctica.
No, this is recorded in Berlin, yeah?
Wait,
Does he have a
what was I gonna
tutor?
say?
Does he have a
What was I gonna
speech?
say? Dude, I used to get the veggie burger at 3 a.m. all the time. Okay, when they stopped making the veggie burger in the house and they started doing this Beyond Meat bullshit. Dude, okay, you got to stop me now because I will not shut the fuck up about Beyond Meat. Why would vegetarians want something that looks like a patty and bleeds like one?
I guess they
little hope.
That's it's like a necrophiliac trying to fuck a normal person. Like, come on.
That was a little hope here.
I think I mean, sometimes you wonder why they're trying to imitate food when they could just make their own, I suppose. But back to you, Cyrano. I like your helmet as well,
Thank you.
Which is, looks like it reminds me of a plague doctor mask, actually.
I got that a lot.
I like the nose.
Is there? The nose is really cool.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you chose that?
Well, originally it was a lot less skull-like. It's still like a big like hummingbird type beak thing. I didn't do it thinking of a bird, but after I started being compared to birds, I also have a tendency when I'm in the air to like open my arms a lot, and I gave them all bird vibes.
Can you fly?
I skate around, I jump, I end up in the air a lot, I get thrown around.
Do you own a pair of Heelys?
I mean, it's a bit of the gateway drug to rollerblading.
I imagine he has something more advanced than Heelys. I mean, look at his suit. You built that, right?
Partly. Like the original version I did. I also met a bunch of people really talented that work with clothes and armor and a bunch of like handyman. I learned a lot from my dad.
Okay.
But then like this whole like armor like ceramic stuff sort of came with the whole dyeing thing.
Do you okay. So I'm just going back. I want to ask about your mythos, but I'm also your powers, and you were also a vigilante before. So you're in a way enhanced. And you said skating? And how did you used to fight crime? Can you fight? Do you know martial arts?
I'm sort of making it up as I go. I mean, originally I started because I got lucky. When I was 18, someone tried to mug me and I happened to fight him off. I was beaten pretty badly. But at that point, I had been seeing a lot of news from superheroes in the United States. I was like, hey, we don't have all that much going on over here. Maybe we need a couple of those guys, yeah.
Okay.
Want me to smuggle you in a pistol so you can kill people with it?
No, I'm good.
Okay, just checking.
Are you bulletproof when you activate rigor mortis?
Yeah. I am able to be indestructible for a little bit. I become a little bit like a statue.
Okay.
And then when I start to wear out in that state, I get cracks.
Okay.
But you can't move.
No, I can't move.
So people can just wait for you to crack and then start hurting you.
It's mostly that I crack when they're hurting me. So I'm able to let's say be a shield to someone, or I'm able to become a projectile when I'm going fast enough.
Are you sentient when you're a statue? You're still awake.
I still know what's happening.
Can you harden specific selected parts of your body only?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
How does one work on it? Do you do mental exercises to create new neuron synapses?
Well,
do you?
I'm trying to learn to meditate, but that's more for myself. What I do usually is I find something very fucking heavy. I go to the gym, I load up a barbell with all the weight plates, and then I do I just hold it above myself and I harden and I just, I put a timer or something and I just see how long I can last in that state. And I do those sorts of things trying to test my durability.
A specific workout routine. I guess it gives a whole new meaning to the term deadlift.
That was you're killing me. Pun intended.
So, and you mentioned, so I'm thinking if you're falling out of the sky, you could just activate rigor mortis and survive the fall. You could survive bullet wounds. You could survive, fire attacks or ice or electricity. That's really cool.
Yeah.
What if someone shoots you in the head again?
Thank you. Mask is pretty durable. The mask, it's quite sturdy. Hasn't broken yet. Bunch of scratches, but it's still lasting me okay because I wouldn't know how to fix it if it breaks. Didn't really get it the usual way. But yeah, usually it's a mix of I harden to protect myself or others, and then I use my roller skates to get quickly to whoever's doing the bad stuff.
A skating zombie, isn't that? Oh, sorry, is zombie offensive? The Z word?
Just haven't been called that before, so I gotta get used to it.
Okay. You seem very lucid for a zombie. And you mentioned there are different states of decomposition, and it depends on how much you eat.
Yeah.
I mean, I get hungry, but I don't decompose when I'm hungry. Well, how does that work? And how long does it take? Do you have to wait? Do you have to plan in advance? Like, okay, I need this power tomorrow, so I'm not going to eat. I'm going to fast for this amount of time. Like, how does that work?
Can you eat pineapple because it has that enzyme in it that eats people?
That's new. I haven't heard about that. I heard about it being too acidic. I didn't know it was literally an enzyme that ate people.
I had a vision once of a pineapple eating me. It was hot.
Maybe I should get a sidekick.
Maybe this guy should get a sidekick and figure out what the heck that was about. But my question before about the states of decomposition, can you tell me more about that?
So usually I tend to eat something a couple hours before I go out on my patrols.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have access to what I'm comfortable with and I can be as efficient as possible. Sometimes, I'm out for way too long, so I don't get to eat, or life gets messy, both on my secret life and my hero life. So sometimes I just don't get to eat, or I forget, or I don't have all that much money to buy food. So sometimes it's beyond my control, but I try to keep it within a range that I can control. Sometimes it goes a little further. I discover new abilities, or I lose control. Not that I become a violent rampage killer, but
you lose control of your body.
Not my body. Just it's let's say, it's like when your body does something you're not used to it. Like, let's say, you get drunk the first time and you start throwing up and you weren't expecting it. Because you didn't know your body would do that.
Involuntary reaction.
So I trigger a new ability that I don't know. So I don't know exactly what muscles or what part of my brain I can use to control it,
So what are your other abilities then? You can harden and become virtually indestructible. What else can you do?
So that's my top priority. Other times I've started to I've been able to move the blood in my body to body parts to make them heavier.
Okay.
I've been, I like video games. I played this game called Disco Elysium. You have a hanging victim, and there's a lot of specific writing about the blood, the lividity, going down, because it's a hanging dude, so the blood's falling down to the legs, so they're very bloated. It's sort of like that. So I'm able to make my arm heavier, and then I can punch harder with that.
Okay, so harden and indestructible are increased weight and mass in your body parts. What else can you do?
Weight, yeah.
Bloating or
bloating a little bit. Yeah, I can. I can float in the water a little easier. I can.
Do you breathe? Do you need to breathe?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Based on this, I don't think you're undead because you need to eat, right?
I mean, I need to, but only because if I don't, my powers get out of control. And you know how it is. Eventually, again, I haven't gotten to that stage. That's why I'm still here. But if you look it up on Google, you can see that as the body decomposes, eventually it gets to a stage. But the body's just gone. And I have a theory that if I don't eat, I'll get to that stage.
Do you have to eat meat, or do you like broccoli?
Or is it any calories? You just eat calories?
Anything nutritious.
ATP.
This guy must eat a good way to eat a lot of pizza, and he can lose weight really fast. Okay, so maybe you are undead, but everything needs a source of energy. It's just energy.
Yeah.
There's something very occult going on here. I think that blood magic is at play.
This is really interesting. This is our first, I guess it's supernatural, right?
A little bit.
I mean, it was in the catacombs.
Yeah.
You weren't born with these powers.
Sir?
Yes.
Fantasy is just misunderstood science, or science that has not yet been understood.
Okay. But, I mean...
Haven't you seen Indiana Jones and
I love Temple those.
Of Doom?
I suppose so. Even though there are actual mystical heroes and villains in the world. I mean, Queen Tiara herself has magic powers. So, I guess it could be unexplained science. There's probably a metaphysic to it. And there are, Professor Hades is said to have the power of Hades, if not be Hades himself.
What a name.
I know.
I still remember when Queen Tiara gifted him that necklace that he wears now.
What?
Who's him? Who are you talking about?
But then we looked at you, friend. But then we looked on the back, and it said, made by Hades Laboratory. And now I'm thinking, the hell's going on here?
Good one. The hell is going on? I think it's just from their gift shop. It's just from their gift shop. Okay, so your power, different states of decomposition.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many. Okay, bloating, hardening. Anything else? Like, what can you Can you turn to dust or something? Can you survive in extreme situations?
Maybe someday I can turn to dust. That'd be cool.
They can get all up in somebody's lungs and choke them.
Oh yes, that would be pretty deadly.
Yeah, I was thinking more like air vents. You psychopath! Damn.
Or like sneaking in somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking more like the non-lethal approach.
I'm all about cold-blooded murder. Okay, if this was cyberpunk, I'm killing all the cyber psychos. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I like that.
He's not wrong. I mean,
what's Regina gonna do about it?
He's not lying.
What's Regina gonna do? Not give me Skippy?
Yeah.
I have more questions to ask. I want to learn more about the people you work with and the foes you fight. And we can also delve into how we met as well. But I think it's getting to a commercial.
Whitaker needs his advertising revenue so he can pay alimony.
Man's gotta eat.
Yeah, and yes, exactly. His book didn't do very well. Only like 9 people bought it as well. So we'll be right back with our very interesting guest. Please stay tuned.
Good afternoon. This is Whitaker Witheredspoon telling you that I have partnered with my childhood heroes, the Healy Company. Now we are using anti-gravitic propulsion systems to make the best Heelys ever that are not available to children, but adult man-childs. If you're like me and you like flying with anti-gravitic propulsion systems, use the new Healy Pros that can make you levitate for $6 an hour. Call my assistant to order online. 908-765-4379. Email.
Hey, my name's Rocco. You probably know me from the Henchman insurance ad and the Hench Date dating app. Well, I'm here to announce my new cryptocurrency, Henchcoin. Do you feel underpaid as a henchman working for the forces of evil? Are your finances just not hitting that mark? Are your assets frozen? Are you just burning money on all those medical bills after having your legs snapped by the Dark Avenger again? Well, with my new cryptocurrency, you can make cash real fast. It's gonna go live in 3 days at exactly 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to be there and buy in. Throw in all your life savings. I promise you it's gonna go way, 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 way up. Hold on to that for a few days and you can cash out and become the next billionaire. And you can be your own supervillain and your own force of evil. Or do whatever you want with your life. You don't have to run errands for a gangster or a world dominator or whatever you call it. You can do what you want. And I promise you, it's totally not a scam. Henchcoin. Buy it.
Hello. I caught a couple of those last ads.
Yeah?
I didn't know those henchmen were so... I mean, it makes sense, they gotta eat, they got families. Do they unionize?
I think Rocco is a proponent for henchman rights since he's all about the insurance and the dating apps. He's one of the most well-known henchmen out there. I think he's worked for like 15 different supervillains in the past 10 years, and he's being beaten up and incarcerated by at least 50 different superheroes. So the guy knows his stuff. I'm surprised he's still alive and kicking, and I wonder how he keeps getting out.
All right, I'll try to pull my punches from now on.
You okay, Whitaker? You coughed there a little bit. Is the smell of our guest getting to you?
It is a little bit, I have to admit.
I do take offense to that.
No, it's okay. I like it.
I thought you were okay with letting it rip earlier on.
I mean, I'm aware, but I also, hey, you smell like that. You smell bad.
Okay.
This guy stinks.
Do you mind if I just use this air freshener that I brought? Just a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
It's okay, man. I'm from New York.
Oh, my skin, it burns.
Oh,
are you okay?
I'm joking.
Okay.
joking.
Just a bit of smell of jasmine.
We don't have insurance. Don't joke about that.
Neither do I, don't worry.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, Cyrano, I want to delve more into you and what you do now. Now we know a bit more about your powers and your life in Spain. Let's talk a bit about, the foes you fight, maybe, and maybe if you have any allies. Do you have like a sort of like Spanish team, of superheroes? Or I say Spanish, I mean based in Spain.
No, of course I have a Spanish team. There's Paella Man.
What?
There's Paella Man.
Paella Man.
There's Tapas Woman.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I just have a couple of friends.
What can Paella Man do?
Can you introduce me to Tapas Woman?
We're going. I made him up. There's no Paella Man and no Tapas Woman.
You made it up.
Now I'm upset.
I made it up.
You made it up? Why would you do that?
Is my name Spanish Man? Is that my superhero name? Yeah,
No?
exactly. It's not.
Oh, this is. Oh, you were making a
I was
point.
getting you both.
Okay.
Yo quiero Tapas Woman.
I mean, there might be one. I can look.
Okay.
In the street.
Pardon me for making assumptions. Then, excuse me. Maybe we can go back on that one. Okay.
He let it rip.
He let it rip.
Whitaker let it rip, and you complain about me.
I didn't complain. I was just bringing back up things that you mentioned earlier on. Whitaker, why did you just fart right now? I just sprayed the room with jasmine.
You can do it again. Now I give you permission to.
Why does anything happen ever?
I'm spraying it again.
Do it again, please.
I'm spraying it right now. Okay. As we wait for the smell to dissipate, Cyrano,
Yes.
do you work with anybody?
Yes. I have a couple of friends whose names, of course, I cannot disclose.
Okay, it's a secret thing.
Yeah.
Cedric Abernathy, I know him.
That sounds very Spanish. You were right on the money.
I knew it. To cover. Sorry, go ahead.
There's this big beefy guy, good bassist too. He sort of has like this bull thing going on. He's got he really shows his big arms.
What's his name? Who?
He goes by Toro.
Toro? Okay.
As a superhero.
Okay.
Which is funny because one of the dudes we fought a while back, he's got this thing against bulls. He is dressed like a matador. He throws spears around. He's got a very devilish, evil mustache.
Okay, a handlebar mustache.
Even the funky, weird Mickey Mouse hat.
That's an enemy of yours?
Yep.
What's it? He throws spears? And,
yeah, they do.
And Toro's your ally.
Yeah.
Is he I'm not sure I caught that. Is he a humanoid bull?
No. He's
just a strong guy.
A dude with a cool helmet with big horns.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Very beefy man, very tall.
Okay. Super strong, super durable.
Yep.
Okay.
Just strong man. Just
he's
one classic.
If I shoot him with a 5.56 by 45 NATO standard infantry round, do you think he'll die?
Probably. He's not bulletproof. He's just a strong dude.
All right, good to know.
He will fuck you up before he dies, though.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Guns kill at a distance. I don't know.
Dude's dense. Good bone marrow.
He's dense?
Yeah.
If he's the same guy who can stomp on the ground and actually make the ground rise up with the impact of his stomps, then yeah, he can probably do that in time to block the bullets.
Referred to as the earthquake ability in Outriders 2021.
Could be.
Made by People Can Fly.
My friend's not an earthbender, but
what?
Please introduce me to that rock guy.
No, I'm assuming can Toro do that?
No, but he's a good runner. He can run and he can charge like no one else.
An athlete with, typical, your standard issue super strength guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and where in Spain are you guys based?
I mean,
You move around? Do you have a base of operations or do you move?
We have a van. We like to move around in a van.
A van?
Yeah, and we each have our own little car.
You and Toro?
Yeah, we have a few other people.
In one van? Or do you have a fleet of vans?
An RV type thing when we gotta move all together.
Okay, and so you guys all fit in an RV and you go around Spain solving fighting evil?
Yeah, we also solve mysteries. Sometimes, people lose cats.
You're the mystery mobile that saved the cat when I was vacationing in the Basque country.
They are our neighbors.
I fucking knew it.
Interesting that you move around in an RV. I hope you don't get stuck in traffic.
I mean, we also we don't do the most legal things when we drive. We can overtake and then we also get off the van and park it in.
Superhero privilege?
A little bit. People know us a little bit. Okay. Not a lot of competition in Spain.
Can you stop a moving train if you harden yourself enough?
A little bit. I mean, if I can hold it for long enough, I might be able to make it break a little.
So if I pay you 36,000 rubles to stand in the central train station of Reykjavik, you won't protest that?
Are you paying for my flight?
No.
Are innocent people gonna get hurt?
Maybe.
Are you doing this for the greater good or your own?
No, it's just at the time the ambassador to Iceland from Hungary is going to be there. And she said no when I asked her, a question once. So,
I gotta be honest
Thinking
with
it's
you, man.
time.
She didn't want to buy his book.
I need the money,
Yeah.
but it doesn't seem like
You need the money for gas for the RV, right?
gas, food, I mean, we all live in the same world. But, that doesn't sound like the best moral choice.
All right, well, I tried. Your move.
I guess you hit a dead end, Whitaker. Do you? So it's you and Toro in the van. Do you have like a team of people as well? Anyone else?
Yeah, we're just a bunch of musicians. Some of us happen to get
Do you
cool
have
abilities or gadgets.
music? Oh, power! You're a musician?
In my secret life, yes. So I
What do you
cannot
play?
say- I play guitar.
That is so interesting.
That's
so a
good.
skater, a vigilante, a guitarist. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's good that I play guitar. That means it's harder to guess who I am
Yeah, why?
because there's plenty of guitars.
Okay.
I found an old bass guitar on the street. Would you like it?
Yes, please. I've been
Really?
looking for one for a bit.
Okay, I
If
don't
not, I
know.
can give it to Toro.
I don't know what to do with it.
Give it to Cyrano.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. I mean, listen to your friend.
Okay.
Good advice.
I may have used it to grow life inside the hull of the guitar.
That just makes it cooler.
Okay. All right. There's a whole society in there named Stringia.
They can sing along.
They
Okay.
do.
You have your own.
They're bothering me like crazy, man. I just can't get myself to massacre them with wasp spray.
You would have your own little portable choir.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
They're all named Brandon.
Even better.
It's the strangest thing, man. I birthed this whole society, and they're like, "Hey, man, we're all named Brandon."
You birthed them.
Well,
That's a lot of people.
It was kind of an accident. You know how you're kind of accidentally undead?
That's a way to say it.
I started a pocket universe.
Accidentally.
You accidentally started the pocket universe.
In a bass guitar.
Do you ever get the feeling that
Yes.
sometimes you're charging like a battery and other times... What?
We're waiting.
Oh, I forget.
Finish your sentence, funny man.
Well, now I'm going to go kill myself. Thanks.
I don't recommend it.
I'm already... Wait, what if I'm already dead?
You've died several
Wait, you're
times.
already dead.
Whitaker,
Yeah.
you've died several times.
Is that why I don't remember most things?
Probably. You have died several times and you've been resurrected many
Walk-in
times.
definition of brain damage.
Maybe you lose a few brain cells on each resurrection. I'm wondering if you've even been cloned and this is not even the original Whitaker.
I have to admit, your step... never mind. Never mind. All I'm going to say is I used to... Somebody I know is getting kind of fat. I have to admit.
Let me steer this back.
Please.
Let me just
Make it stop.
Let me just take the reins on this.
It's me.
Yeah, maybe his battery needs recharging, as you mentioned earlier on.
Maybe I should take that out of undead.
I don't know how to cook things that aren't in Fahrenheit.
I think your brain is cooked.
I'm sorry for you.
Whitaker, I'll take over from here. Take a moment, take a breather. What about the foe? What, you got something to say, Whitaker? Can I just take over? Are you sure? Because I got questions.
There was something in the coffee. There was ash in the coffee. It was pieces of you. And now you're slowly taking over my brain.
That makes sense to me.
You
That
bitch.
I don't think. Can you take over people's
No.
minds? Okay.
No.
Okay. Let's steer this back to the foes you fight. Do you have any foes? I mean, you rescued me from a super strong mutant who called himself Hercules.
That was his name.
Yeah, he was rampaging around Sevilla for some unknown reason, claiming that something was stolen from him. Something about the Tower of Gold or something.
Mm.
Tordoro, I don't know. But you stopped him before. But like anyone else, was he one of your foes, or did he just happen to be around?
Funny enough, I couldn't hear all that much between my mask and running around and getting thrown all over the place.
Maybe he
Who
needs
was throwing you?
Hercules,
Hercules. The cars getting smashed were pretty loud.
the super strong mutant who was rampaging around Sevilla.
To be fair, I also don't make it easiest. I do have headphones, nice headphones that I built into my mask. So I gotta listen to my tunes.
Wait a second. Okay, let's pump the brakes.
Mhm.
You your helmet inhibits your hearing?
It doesn't. I just built in headphones. So sometimes when I'm in the mood fighting someone and I'm, the beat's dropping, I'm getting to like the build up of the song.
Okay, that's kind of like what's his name? Yeah, Beat Surge has a similar thing. Where for him, like his powers are amplified by listening to music. But doesn't that inhibit your situational awareness?
It depends. Usually it's not super loud. It's more like the usual human, getting into the flow state, really like getting into something like when you're playing a song or you're playing a sport or a game and you're like...
So if you enjoy listening to music while fighting, am I to believe that you enjoy fighting, even though you said you don't enjoy killing?
I don't enjoy killing. I try not to do it.
But you enjoy the rush of a fight.
Adrenaline is pretty fun. I don't like fighting. I'm a bit like a firefighter. I wish I didn't have a job because,
maybe it's a skill you wish you didn't need. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like I wish I didn't have to fight. I wish I didn't have to save people because I wish people wouldn't be in danger. But
that's,
music sometimes helps me perform better. Just like it does for any other person sometimes. You get into the flow state, you get to like your vibes and stuff.
It's like you can hear your own theme music.
Exactly.
Is it your music from the guitar? Do you record yourself?
When I'm feeling particularly good about a song, I might indulge a little bit.
A bit self-indulgent.
But usually, a bit of jazz fusion, a bit of punk rock.
But that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you use it when you're fighting. So who do you fight? Who are your foes? What threats does Spain, what threats is Spain under? It used to be... I remember the East Coast used to sometimes have to deal with Captain Mediterrano, but he retired from villainy. So do you have any other foes?
Well, usually just like normal criminals, a lot of like car robberies, a lot of thefts.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of violence between people.
Mm-hmm.
And Spain suffers a lot of like gender violence, a lot of violence against women, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of things related to that. Every now and then we get like a villain of the week, like that Hercules.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of them tend to stick around.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to either beat them or they tend to go away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Since, you're pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so far the only returning one that's been very fucking stubborn is that bullfighter dude. Throws spears.
Matador is his name?
That's what we call him.
What's his deal?
I don't fucking know. I think he's just really into bullfighting. So far we haven't really talked too much.
Maybe
a lot of it.
And he just seems to throw spears at who he goes after bulls?
Yeah, he's like enforcing the bullfighting sport, trying to keep that tradition alive.
Okay. Trying to take things back to the good old days, keeping it. Okay, I see. I guess he's upset about the animal rights going on for the bulls.
Can you ride him like a bull? Like, what if you guys teamed up, but you were like on his back, and you rode him, but in like a non-sexual way?
Yeah, maybe you could redeem him, convert him to good.
It would be cool to have both a bull and a bullfighter in the team.
That would be cool.
But out of the two, I'm surprised Whitaker suggested riding the bullfighter. That's a fun...
You recruit a third person named Abel, and then a fourth named Tapas Woman, and then you introduce her to me.
What does Abel have to do with things?
I was about to ask.
Yeah.
What?
Are you able to explain what the relevance of Abel is?
Who's Abel?
You just mentioned Abel. Add someone named Abel to the team.
I think he just wanted to talk about Tapas Woman without having us think that he only wanted to talk about Tapas.
He wanted like a little segue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Whitaker, but I don't think Tapas Woman is real.
I don't know who would pick that as a name, even if her power was related to food.
Actually, I wanted to ask, your name is Cyrano.
Yeah.
Why did you come? That's obviously your superhero name.
Mm-hmm.
What's the relevance?
Well, I mean, I've always had a pretty big schnoz.
Okay.
I'll just put it out there. That's partly what the mask is about. That's where the beak comes from. I tried to
so it's nothing
symbol.
So it's nothing to do with like the plague doctor or something, because it's your powers are related to death, but not really disease, I suppose. So yeah, okay.
The whole plague doctor thing and the bird thing were just like funny coincidences.
Okay.
Of this mask, I just wanted to have like a big point. And Cyrano comes from a French play called Cyrano de Bergerac about a musketeer type dude with a really big nose.
Okay.
And I read it in middle school.
Okay.
In Spain, and it made me feel better about my big nose. And so I took that as a symbol.
Okay.
Just like a little thing.
I like that, because most heroes, they tend to base their names on their powers.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's, it's refreshing to see meet somebody who just bases it on something else.
But sometimes I do think about it. I feel like sometimes I feel pressure to like have a sword or be more musketeer-like to make the name make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I see all these people with like funky names like Captain, what was it? The Mediterranean?
Captain Mediterranean.
You have it in the name. He's a pirate.
Yeah, or like the Mercurian, who is imbued with the power of Mercury and the god Mercury.
Like the element or the planet?
Both.
Wow, that's damn big one. Jesus,
yes,
leave some for the rest of us. But I mean, I feel like
or Cyborg Samurai, whose name is pretty self-explanatory.
I wonder what he could do.
Yeah.
But as a superhero, I'm still a human being for the most part. I still get insecure about like my rollerblades or my name, thinking, I'm not like the other dudes. They don't, for the rollerblades, I'm starting to like accept them more, style over substance, and they definitely make it a lot harder for people to predict how I'm gonna fight. Because they haven't fought anyone with these bad boys on before.
You fight on rollerblades?
Yes, I can take the wheels off because I also gotta walk. I need some control, but I've gotten pretty good at it over the years.
2 things. Mm-hmm. One, I have a sponsorship opportunity for you. Second, we do need to cut the commercial break.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Oh yeah, it is getting on to the time a little bit.
I need my money to pay my alimony. I cannot stress this enough.
Can I get a cut?
The court is up my ass.
He was so
Papa's woman could also be up my ass right now, but you refuse to introduce me.
When she exists, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he was happily married, but not anymore.
Oh.
So
could it have to do with Queen Tiara?
So Queen Tiara has blocked him on every social media. Okay.
Don't give me that.
You can't block a window.
Dude, Queen Tiara is on her honeymoon right now with her husband Slugger. He won in Super Love.
How do you know I'm not also Slugger?
I feel like I see who's getting all the villain ad reads on the podcast.
No, but really, I'd like you to be. I'm affiliated with the Healy company, and I think you'd be the perfect candidate for our Spain division.
Does Healy's have any connection to USD skates?
Everything is connected to everything. If you look at it in a quantum mechanical level,
I can't argue with that.
Is that on the contract?
Dude, I used to go to football practice with this guy, Joe, and when he was cold, he would just start saying a lot of words, and once he said, go, 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 pickles and applesauce for like 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We can cut to... That is so random. We can cut to commercial. I want to get back into your humanity as well. That's a very, touching and grounded thing and humble thing of you to say, Cyrano. It's good to know that there are still there are superpowered individuals in the world, almost, and some of them are pretty much literal gods. But we still have the grounded human elements here as well, the compassion and relatability. So, I'm sure you do very well. Let's cut to commercial, and we'll be right back with our guests. Stay tuned, folks.
Hi, I'm Tapas Woman. I'm married to a stockbroker from Dublin. Don't tell Whitaker Witheredspoon that I exist, even though I'm ironically advertising on his network. He can go fuck himself. Get it? Ha 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 ha. Anyway, come on down to Tapas Woman's Tavern so you can have all the tapas in the world, like garlic knots and bread that has gas station mozzarella cheese melted on it. I eat a pretzel at the Shell gas station every morning, and it tastes gross, but it reminds me where I started.
Whitaker, you do know we're still in the room with you right now. What are you doing, Whitaker?
Okay, now we'll cut to commercial.
Hello, everybody. My name is Perry Van Winkle, and I was cursed with a strange ability to age myself rapidly, but I can only do it forward. I've decided to use my power to create my very own cream, and this cream can help age you as well, but only aesthetically. If you want to look older, purchase my aging cream, Perry Age. That's what it's called. If you need to buy those beers, get those cigarettes, get into that adult movie, Buy Perry Age, or Age Perry? I can't remember. My memory is not as good as it used to be. But it's available in all pharmacies nationwide. Trust me, I'm only 16 years old. Perry Age.
Does your suit bleed in the washing machine? Are you tired of faded colors, scratches, and holes? Well, here at Tiny Tom's Tailoring Shop, we make the best superhero suits you'll find around. Elastic, resistant, resilient, and adaptable to your individual superpowers. Here's what our happy customers have to say.
Yeah, my name is Hot Shot. I got the power of fire, and this guy, he made me a really good fireproof suit, and now after out there using my powers, I'm no longer butt-ass naked.
My name is Neon Neil, and my power is that I can illuminate my body to blinding effects via bioluminescence. And now, my suit also lights up with me, so I no longer have to strip or expose my chest or buttocks in order to blind my enemies. I can use my suit and it can just blind them through me because the light travels from my skin through the suit. I don't know how Tiny Tom does it, but he's a genius.
Yo, my name's the Brolder. I got the power to cover myself in rocks and make myself all durable. And this guy, he got my suit all nice and decked out. Now I no longer tear it up. It adapts to me. I can stretch it and pull it and use it for anything. Bullets bounce off of my skin and now they bounce off my suit as well. So even after fighting crime, the Brolder always has his fit.
Hi, this is Whitaker Witheredspoon, in partnership with the Healy Corporation. I tried to get a partnership with Tiny Tom, but he says he has too much integrity to put bezzazzleness on my Heelys. But then I paid him a lot of money and he said, all right, cool. And now my Heelys glow in the dark. Thanks, Tiny Tom. So, Soriano, are you familiar with a guy named Matthew Soriano who once dislocated his shoulder in public?
Cyrano.
What?
Cyrano.
Yeah,
What's your name?
Cyrano.
Fuck. All right, I gotta make some calls. Hold on. Beep, 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 beep. No, it's off. No, it's a different guy. No, Cyrano, not Soriano. No, call it off, call it off, call it off. What? All right. All right. No, that's fine. Give me a cherry Coke. I'm not even gonna eat it.
You
All right,
eat
cool.
Coke?
What?
You eat Coke?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Cyrano.
Cyrano, we've been
With a
interviewing him
Y.
for the past hour.
Then who DM'd me?
I did.
What?
Yeah. Did I spell my name wrong on Instagram?
Today's not my day, man.
Maybe you had a dyslexia.
You have an eyelash on your face. Wipe it off and make a wish.
I think he just wiped it up.
It's still on his face.
It's gone. We don't have any much time left, so
What would be your wish if you had an eyelash on your face?
Knowing where my powers came from, probably.
that is so fascinating.
That was profound.
That was deep.
I
I like
blew
that.
it.
I want to know. I thought it's pretty obvious.
I think you should head back to the French catacombs and see what you could find, because there might be something bigger at play. And these cultists, who knows what they could be up to?
Mhm.
Maybe they're stealing artifacts or trying to awaken some kind of ancient evil. Who knows?
Well, I don't know. Have you been in there by yourself? It's
And-
spooky as fuck. I'm not going back in there. Not for a while.
Not really a catacombs kind of guy.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, more of a hiking, mountaineering kind of person. I like to be above ground.
Me too.
So, god damn, we have a few more minutes left. I'm just trying to think of some more questions, but I like, what is your next plan? I mean, you want to discover more where your powers came from.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, or?
I think you just keep working on them, keep getting better with them.
Yeah.
Probably like fast here and there, see how extreme I can get with my powers
Mm-hmm.
while retaining control. Just go back to Spain, play a few more concerts, maybe go on like a little tour around Europe, seeing what people need.
Can I introduce you to the head of the Healy's Corporation?
If it'll get me a deal with USD Skates, I'm in.
I have to be honest with you. The Healy's Corporation has a connection to the Hades Corporation. Now, I think the Hades Corporation has a connection to the occult. We went over this in a previous episode.
Mhm.
Now, they threatened to murder me, but I think I'm already dead, right? So
what makes you think you're already dead?
who knows, right? But so are you. Anyway,
Fair enough.
I think if I introduce you to this guy and say, hey, which is ancient Egyptian for, hey, dude, tell him the truth. I think he'll tell you the truth.
I wonder what Density would say about that quote-unquote ancient Egyptian.
Dude, I don't know, man. He still calls it Kaimet. And I'm like, bro, this is 2025. It's not Kaimet anymore. Okay. Don't, he's a polytheist. I'm like, dude, there's obviously just one guy in the sky, like, come on. You know what I mean?
I mean, several of the allegedly mythological gods are actually real. So I don't know. Or at least, or else based on them.
Next thing you're going to tell me is that Jesus wasn't a real person. You can lick my butt if that's what you're about to say.
I think Jesus, I don't want to get into this too much, but I don't know. I think historians and scholars said that there was a guy named Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's been proven.
In my adventures with...
Just say the name.
In my adventures with Time Travel Man, I knew a guy who could turn himself into stone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we all thought his name was Ophiuchus, right? Because he would... You're shaking your head? I shouldn't reveal this? Okay, fuck. Okay, we're breaking the pact. Okay, just move on.
Okay. I just want to say that Time Travel Man makes me feel better about my superhero name. So give him a thanks for me.
Does it make you feel worse about deceiving me with Tapas Woman?
No, I feel pretty good about that.
When I worked at a comedy club in Chicago, there's this comedian named Steve Tapas. Mm-hmm. And he would always make a joke. It was the only time you ever got a laugh. Is that his friends would call him Steve Tap Ass.
Tap that ass.
Whitaker, you're a mysterious figure.
He once told me he was going to get me a job on the Chicago PD or Chicago Fire Show, and that he didn't.
I'm sorry.
So
sad.
Yeah. Now I'm here with this clown.
This clown.
I could have been working location scouting for Chicago PD. You know how much of a badass move that would have been?
Who knows, Whitaker? Maybe things will turn around for you. Maybe a 10th person will buy your book.
Do you see the way he looked at me after that?
That looked like support to me.
It looked like support?
Brotherly affection.
Right.
Just like his book supports my door from closing because it's so freaking thick. It's a door stopper.
Yeah, so people get something out of it.
Got carried away. What?
So continue touring. Okay, you tour, so you play publicly.
A little bit, I tour both musically and superhero-wise. I try not to mix them a little bit to not, give anyone any clues.
Okay, investigates the mysterious cults. Yeah. I wonder if they'll be relevant later on. Who knows?
Do you think you could turn your body into an instrument?
I don't know. I don't
want
to find out.
An instrument of heroism.
Good one. Good job, Dallas.
Wait, keep clapping.
Freestyle, I think.
That was very funny. Ha, ha, ha. That was very funny. Nah. You know what isn't very funny? Tapas Woman. Not existing, you bitch. Ha, ha, ha.
I think you probably need to make her real, man. Why don't you contact the cartoonist? He has the power to bring drawings to life.
Yeah, he looks strangely like this guy, though.
Maybe you can. Who's this guy? We're on air. Who is this guy? Who are you talking about?
See you with a...
They can't. Who's this guy? We're 3 people. Specify.
There's no camera here?
No, it's all audio.
But what's that?
The wall.
Oh, I thought it was a camera.
Paranoia. Superpower.
You're on the fritz.
Dude, my uncle's name is Fritz. Frederick. So we call him Fritz.
Yeah.
Or Fritzy.
Okay. Perhaps we should wrap this up before Whitaker short circuits. Cyrano, is there anything you'd like to say to our listeners?
Follow your dreams. Very typical, I know.
Just so inspiring.
Thank you. Believe in yourself. Don't let people tell you what's cool and what isn't, and do what makes you happy, as long as it doesn't hurt or bother anyone.
Can you tell me about the last dream you had, and when was I in it?
Well, I mean, thank God you weren't in it. All due respect, I think.
So God is real now. All right.
The world we live in, how do you know? Yeah, there's so many fucking things. There's demons, there's aliens, there's fucking time travel. I don't know. I thought I knew things, and then I come here and you like show me the fabric of the universe.
Dude, I'm gonna give you all the money in my wallet, and then I'm gonna give you my house, and then
I could use that.
And then I'm gonna become a hitchhiker in Guatemala.
Where is your house?
Exactly.
I would like, if you're giving me a house, I'll take it. I just need to know where.
Lithuania.
Okay. A little too far from home. I think I'll chill in Spain.
Yeah, probably a bit cold, right?
No. I mean, you're talking to the dead guy. You're talking to the undead guy. I'm pretty cold all the time. I can take the cold just fine.
Okay.
You still feel cold?
Yeah. I just,
You can endure it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. So follow your dreams.
Yeah.
Play guitar. Do your thing.
Go play guitar. Go do the thing.
Do you think you can have children?
Not really about to try. I'll find that out when I do.
If you did have a child and he was now 37 years old and you were the subsequent age that's appropriate to that gap, what would you tell your 37-year-old son?
I've stared down the barrel of a gun.
Me too.
And I wasn't as afraid as I am of this guy. That's you, Whitaker, for the people that can't see me pointing at you right now. It's my finger.
Chaos. I once had an old man accidentally point a German P-30 SK at me. It was very disturbing.
Don't make me wish he pulled the trigger.
Oh, man. Okay. And things are getting a little serious here. Dare I say dead serious.
I'm about to roll out of here.
Okay. Well,
on your new Heelys.
Count them, 4 wheels, not one, okay?
What?
4 wheels. This is a rollerblade, not a Heelys. Not sponsored. I am not sponsored by Heelys.
He's his own guy. He's
USD skates. Call me though.
USD skates. Call him. He wants to make a partnership.
When Dallas and I used to hang out as teenagers, I saw him on Heelys and I was like, yo man, I want some. He was like, nah, they're my Heelys. And then we shared shoes. I wore the left, he wore the right, and we held each other in the air and rode together.
And then you woke up.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming.
With a massive hangover. So yeah. Nice. I'm gonna skate on to the ending now.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you. So Whitaker and I have had a great time with you today. Cyrano, thanks for joining us. Good luck with the future and your music career.
Thank you.
Let's hope it doesn't lead to any dead ends.
What a way to start today.
What a way to finish this off, right? Okay, I'm gonna, before I knock the audience dead with my dark humor, gallows humor, if you will. Okay, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Of course.
Can you put a little bit more of your body ash in my coffee?
I did not put any of that on that coffee. I don't want any part of me inside you.
Yeah, maybe that's something you guys can talk about later on.
No, thank you.
Okay, maybe that's a hard no, as in rigor mortis hard no. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye. You've been listening to Meet Your Heroes, a SuperFluous News podcast. This was episode 8, Cyrano. Starring David Muscat as Dallas Darling, Michael Paola as Whitaker Witheredspoon, and featuring Francisco Suárez Gallo as Cyrano. Additional voices by David Muscat, Michael Paola, and Francisco Suárez Gallo. Improvised and co-produced by David Muscat and Michael Paola. Intro and outro theme composed by Tears in Sadness. And I am your director, editor, sound designer, and announcer, David Muscat. This podcast is a SuperFluous media production, originally hosted and broadcast by Etiquette Radio Berlin in 2025. All license inquiries can be directed to Etiquette Radio at etiquette-radio.com. Join us next time on Meet Your Heroes, a SuperFluous News podcast. Thanks for listening.